Hey guys, it's Rak. Welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play. Today we're going to explore and find where we're going to set up our first home. While I was off camera, what I did is, you can see here, is I went and I gathered up a bunch of wood. Here's oak wood from the little forest right around here. And then on top we have a little bit of spruce wood, which I grabbed right over there in that little snow biome. So, because my first idea for a little home is going to be primarily made out of those two materials. I also grabbed a little bit of sand, as you can see right out in the distance there, so that I can make some glass, because no home would be complete without some windows. And you may see little saplings sprown around here. What I've tried to do is, as I chop down a tree, I would drop a sapling so we can keep our forest here nice and populated. What I've done here is I've pillared up right outside our beacon here, just to get a little lay of the land, because just like you, I have no idea what lays beyond what we can see now. We do see out in the distance here a little bit of lava. It's a little bit intriguing, but I'm thinking probably I want to stay away from the snow biome if we can, because they do tend to be quite large, and unfortunately they make it a little difficult for building what I'm thinking. Out this way it looks like a little bit of a swamp biome, which also not quite what I'm looking for. So what I was thinking is maybe we'll head out probably in somewhere like this direction, and we'll see what we find. It may be for naught, but we'll go on a little adventure and we'll see what we find. So I've gathered up from our stash down in our little hidey hole all the important materials for our journey. We have plenty of food, some pork chops, some apples. I've got a stack of coal, plenty of wood for our building. I've got a spare of each tool, a stack of cobble, a stack of dirt, plenty of torches to see. I grabbed the crafting table and a furnace so we don't have to make them later, some iron for when my tools do break, and of course your trusty bucket of water. So let's head out and see what we can find. Just like I said before, just like you, this is my first time heading out this direction as well. This is where we actually came out of our cave before. This is our little building, but pretty much beyond this point, it's new to me, just like it is to you. Right here, you'll see this is the actual furthest, where I grabbed that little bit of sand that you have, and that's all I see. Oh, so you see over here, we actually have some cows here. I don't think we've had pigs so far, and we can definitely use their leather so we can make some books, because I'm praying that the next cave we find has some diamond in it, and we can use these 31 levels that we've gathered so far in our little caving adventures. I'm actually pretty convinced that half of those levels came from those thousands of mobs that we saw in the beginning of last episode, as opposed to the coal and all that. Oh, we got some 8 levels. Let's just grab just a couple more of these cows, and then we'll move on. We'll keep going. Looks like I'm having a little rendering issues there. I gotta love when the game does that. Unless this is just some screwed up terrain. Nope, there it is. Oh, we got a chunk of air. Look at that. Alright, let's just move forward. That'll load up. Ooh, it looks like we're heading... I wish it would load up. Oh, there we go. It looks like there was a little bit of a... We got a jungle. We got a marsh or a swamp. We got a bunch of little caves here. It looks like there's another one here. This is interesting. There's some water cave here. So, not quite what I was looking for. Let's see if we can skirt the edges of this jungle biome and maybe get out of here. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, look at this. This looks like a ravine. This is a nice little ravine. And if you look down there, it looks like there was a tree in this ravine that got burnt up, and all that's left is a little bit of the birch wood. So what we're gonna have to come back one day and explore this as well, because so far in our little area right in the beginning here, we found that awesome spawner. We found this little ravine, which we'll eventually, I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. Is this another one? What is going on here? Another ravine. They probably intersect at some point. Wow. Okay, so we've got 2 ravines to come back and find. If we can ever get back here, of course, but I left most of our stuff there as incentive to not get totally lost. Look at this, another cave entrance. More cows. Oh, look at... This almost looks like there's a chunk here, but it's not. Alright. No more dilly-dallying. It's getting late, which was not the smartest thing on my part. I probably should have, waited till night, reset this, slept, and then headed out. As you can see, I am a little bit of a compulsive jumper when we are traveling. I don't know. I got it in my head once upon a time that it actually made you move quicker, and I've been doing it ever since. Here we have some lava, some surface lava. This is a nice little tool to help identify our direction. Here we're skirting the snow and the jungle. Looks like we've avoided both so far. Let's see if we can get across this water here and see what we can find. I am hoping that we can find some sort of either a little bit of an open plains next to, absolutely ideal would be open plains next to a cliff face in a super hilly biome. But I don't know if we're going to be able to find that today and still get some building done. So what I've decided is I'm going to go out, travel just a bit. And if we can't find what we're looking for today, we'll set up shop with our first home. We'll build it there. Oh, and speak of the devil, looks like we found some hilly spot. Not quite what I was looking for, considering that it's right over the water as opposed to. But as more loads up, which I don't know why it's not, we are on far render distance. Unless, this actually looks a little, could be promising. You know what? I think we're gonna set up in here. This is where we're gonna set up. This is gonna be our cliff face. It's not quite what I had in mind, but I can make it work. Everyone loves it. These archways are really always so gorgeous that we can make it happen. Look at this. All right, so this is it. This is it. But for our first home, I'm gonna just open it up on the plains, a little plains area here, right next to the cliff, so that we don't have to travel too far when we want to start moving in there. And I'm just gonna do a little clearing right here, some leveling out just a bit. So I'm gonna cut right here, and I will be back shortly. Alright guys, and I'm back. Just clearing out a little bit of the area over here. I set up a little chest to just hold some of our stuff while we're at it, stuff we don't need to be holding on us. As well as crafting bench or furnace, stuck the coal in there. And we're going to get started. I do have a small design in mind. When I started playing this game, I was very, very symmetrical, I'd say. It was something that, everything was very basic. Everything was very blocky houses, very blocky structures. Everything was perfect, right and left matched up nicely. But what I want to do is I'm going to try and make a house today that, while blocky, is a little bit more modern. It's a little more modern. So I'm gonna lay some of the base works for this very first area here, and then after I start, you should be able to get some sort of idea of where I'm going with it. I did sort of make some sort of model in the past, but I am going to be pretty much flying by the seat of my pants here for the first little bit. So again, this is going to be it's going to be a little bit of an experience here. I am going to probably run out of wood at some point, because as much as I grabbed, probably not enough. And I'm going to definitely be making modifications as we go along, because that's just what I do. I tweak. Things don't look exactly how I want them to. I tweak, and I tweak, and I tweak. And one of the things that I'm going to try and take... Ooh, there's an egg. I was talking about how I needed those in the last episode. One of the things that I'm going to try and do is take advantage of stairs, which I really, really enjoy. Also going to take advantage of levels, and I'm going to try, no promises, because, it's in my OCD nature, to not worry so much about the symmetry of the overall structure, but maybe just keep some symmetry in certain rooms. Maybe, the windows and stuff like that, because otherwise I'm gonna lose it a little bit. So we're gonna work with something like this, or I'm gonna try and build some small rooms. Oh, that's not the right way. I'm going to try and keep the levels of the house. That is what's going to make it interesting. We're going to have each room is going to be almost at its own unique level. I should have cleared this out, but I didn't really think about it. So we're going to try and use some different color wood for some different accents. So for this episode, I'm probably going to try and just lay most of the base work. I'm going to probably do this all in regular speed. I may, in the next episode, because this one's definitely... there's no way I'm going to be able to finish the whole home in this episode. what I'll probably do is I will probably do some fast forward building in the next episode. I did get some suggestions for different types of music. I also, while I was thinking about how I was going to work this house out, got some advice from one of my lawyer friends. Not because I think I need a lawyer friend, but if I ever do want to go monetize on YouTube, which, I just think everyone would think, thinks that's always thinks about something like that, because it's like the dream, right, to be able to do YouTube for your job. I want to just make sure that the music that I'm putting out there, and just for, even if it's not monetized, even just for my own personal use, is legal for me to use, as well as, I don't need any trouble from the rights owners for videos on YouTube, where the point of them is just to have a good time and just to share with all of you, something fun that we can all take advantage of. So I talked to him and I figured out sort of what I can do for music, and I think we're gonna be good to go going forward. So, but here we are. We're just gonna build a little unique structure. I hope something that a little different than what anyone's seen before. Using the levels as a base line for something a little modern looking. Eventually, though, right in that cliff face, that water might be a little problematic, but right in that cliff face, that's where I'd love to really expand to in the future. So we're gonna see what we can do with that. But for now, as you can see, what I'm trying to do is so I'm gonna have, like, over here we'd have this will be out. Over here I'd like to have some walls, and have the walls for each room be a little bit of a different height. The ceiling will be a different height based on the floor, pretty much, and where the floor is, because the floor will determine the ceiling height. So we're gonna have probably a structure where even the ceiling is multi-tiered, which is so unlike anything that I've done in the past. The way I started playing was very squared off house. All right, eventually, yes, I'll be putting windows. And look at this, I'm using the wrong kind of wood. I'll be putting in windows, I hope, for some natural light. We'll take advantage of the beautiful water here in our little home. Sorry about this part here, but totally blanked on the fact that I'm supposed to be using the oak for the walls and the birch for the floor. I was wondering, I am running out of birch wood fast, but that's because I'm a noob and I used the wrong wood. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna work on this building a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do on this right side now. So I'm thinking entrance over here off the cliff face. Probably make a nice little walkway. Probably gonna make a little door out here to a little patio. Probably gonna clear a little bit more of this mountainside here. Make a little patio over here outside, and then probably a door down here to the water. Maybe a path down to maybe a little dock. Not really sure yet exactly how I'm gonna pull that off, but we're gonna give it a shot. And all the stairs and the walls are gonna be made out of oak. The floors, that's probably floor. The floors will be made out of birch, and I'm hoping that the contrast will be nice. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna give it a shot. So I'm just gonna work a little bit on the layout of where the rooms are gonna be, so you can see them, and then I'll probably maybe take a look around the area, and then in the next episode I'm gonna go ahead with a little bit of the fast forward building. I'm not sure exactly how long this episode's been, because unlike doing something smart where I'd time the episode, I started I know when I started, but I have no idea how long I was working off camera, so I can't actually figure out the length of this episode. So I'm probably gonna have to maybe do a little cut editing and get rid of some of the noobness. So here we'll have a doorway. I personally like my doorways to be doubled. The single door seems to me more like a little hidey hole, a cave entrance, not in your home. Your home's I like grand entrances. I also like high ceilings. Not everybody does. It makes building a little bit more annoying because you sometimes can't reach the roof that you're trying to work on. But I like my buildings to be 4 high. It's just always been that way. My wife doesn't even see the need to go more than the 2 high. Her ceiling would start here, and I just get claustrophobic in that. So when we play together, we generally compromise at 3. But I'm gonna go for a 4 high roof. But again, as I move up, this room will be 4 high with the ceiling at 5. Let's see if I can let's get some ceiling going on this part. So this will be ceiling and floors out of birch. But over here, at this level, because this level is actually 2 higher than over here, this will go up like this. There we go. So the walls on in this room are gonna go up 4 high from this level up to 4, and yeah. So this is and over here we'll go 4 from here, and then I think there's gonna be up even one more level right where we are over here. So now that you have the basis of what I'm trying to build structurally, let's take a quick peek around the area, see if we can find anything really cool. We see a little desert out that way and that way. Seems we're surrounded by desert. We have the jungle not too far from us out in the distance there. We have a forest. This looks like a nice little melting pot of biomes. So there's a lot we can do here. While I was clearing our little home over here, actually underneath the ground, right around here, I don't know exactly, looks like we have a little cave entrance even. So I think it's one of these little ones that doesn't really go anywhere. But down here it looks like, we have potential caving. Maybe we can make a little mining outpost directly out of the bottom of our home. So maybe we'll get down in here a little bit later. But I actually am surprised that we found a place quite like this. I was thinking it was going to be a couple of days of exploration before we'd find anything even remotely similar to what I was looking for building-wise. But we seem to have lucked out and found a pretty nice area with access to just about everything here. All types of wood. We've got birch. We've got oak over here. There's spruce out in the snow biome. We've got sand. We've got jungle wood out in the jungle, and we've got some supreme cliffs here. So let's go take a little walk around here and see what we got before we end this episode. So while I do this, I do have a little plan for some windows. I'm gonna do look at this. We're gonna have some skylights in our home. I do have an idea for an automatic melon farm that someone showed me something with a melon farm that I never thought about, and I figured out a way to expand it a little bit. So I am gonna be hunting for some melon seeds, so that we can get a melon farm going, because melons are, while one of the most inefficient foods in the game, they are one of the easiest. They just pop, you knock them over, and you got food. But look at this. Almost looks like somebody was here and smoothed it out, but we haven't been this far before, so definitely wasn't us. Ooh, what? Never mind. Holy cow, look at this. Another ravine, but with stone blocks. It looks smoother than anything I've seen in ravine form, I'd say. Look at it, it's almost all smooth stone, no visible resources other than those 2 pieces of coal. There's some water down below. Wow. Really, really intriguing. It looks like it's becoming night again, which should give me an indicator that it should be about time to wrap it up. But look at this. Look at these caves. Overhangs. We're gonna find some diamond here later on. We are. This is gonna be our good luck area. I'm super excited. I'm actually surprised that we haven't found any mobs yet. This is a little bit unusual, but I did kill a couple during my clear, but it is getting dark, so I thought we'd find some by now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just head back to the home, and we're probably gonna call it here for now. And I'm probably gonna put out this episode and the next one pretty quickly, one after another, because the second episode is just going to be a building episode. So, especially if you want to see where we get to with the building, I'm going to be able to hopefully put that out for you pretty quickly. So we're going to call it a day here. You can see the basic floor plans of where we're going. And in the next episode, you'll be able to watch me go ahead and build it. You'll notice I'm going to be knocking out a lot of what I build, like this room, already a little small. I'm going to be expanding that a bit. This room, I don't know if I like this height because I was going to have to go 2 more up for 1 more. So you'll be seeing me messing around. And let me know what you think about my little modern day home, and we'll get back to you soon. See you later.